now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. Happy Friday, Nasties. How you doing? Welcome to Edmonton Sports Talk, like always presented by Play Alberta. This is EST Afternoons, coming to you live from the William Huff Studios here in the west side of the city. It's an okay day out there, but it's Friday. It's a long weekend. Oilers won't be playing until next week. Hernan's happy, Joaquin. Hernan's happy after Winnipeg picked up a big win last night. We'll get to that. The Leafs got to stay alive tonight. Got to stay alive. And the Caps are out, Gage. And we'll get to that because you and I had a feeling the Caps weren't going to go all the way this year, despite their good season. But Carolina's a hell of a team. Very boring, but effective. The show today. Lots of NHL playoffs. Zach to the future coming your way at 1:40 inside the numbers, like always in the second hour. And Adam Wylde, our buddy Tim Hernan, he's co-host on Nailing the Apex. Right. We'll talk some F1. Is it what's the GP called again this week? The Grand Prix.
Amelia.
Something.
Monza.
Or is it Monza? Yeah. And we'll talk some F1, and he's a big Leafs guy too. Covers the Leafs. We'll get a vibe check from Adam Wylde at 2:20. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I was down at Elks practice today. We'll have some clips from Zach Mattias, the supplemental draft pick from last year, and that's why they didn't have a first this year. It's his second year with the Elks. His first training camp though, because he came in late last year. Great kid, and I have a few answers from him. I spoke with him earlier today. He's such a fun guy. And
it's Imola. Sorry.
Imola? No, Imola? Yeah. Okay. We'll figure it out. So we'll hear some stuff from the Elks as well. As I'm feeling good coming off my first Tecmo win of the season. 17-0. More importantly, Matthew Wannick lost. The self-proclaimed best player in Tecmo history.
There was
and he lost to one of the new guys.
There was a lot of crowing, and then there's eating a lot of crow. Today,
guess who has the same record as Wannick?
You.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
This guy right here.
That's good. I mean,
now Dusty needs to be humbled. I don't know who will do it. Hopefully it's me. We'll go from there.
I can't believe how people's moods are so tied to their performance in Tecmo around here. Like, you're a completely different person today.
What did you hear Reed in the morning show? He goes, I dropped out because it's far too intense. Spency 5 Sensi. Adam Wylde from SDPN. I think, yeah. SDPN Sports. Yes, that's the Adam Wylde. I've been trying to get him on for a while now, but I'm happy that we're going to have him on now. Man, the views are a little low today. I wonder why.
It's a long weekend, buddy.
Yeah,
there's so many people yesterday dog walking that were hooking trailers up. Like,
oh yeah,
so everyone's
first camping trip of the year.
Yeah. So it's and trying to get out of town, like just looking down the highways out, they're just jammed, right? And they're going to be busier and busier and busier. So, but maybe just that means everyone's just listening in their cars. So hopefully we get you to your camping destination safe and sound.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of that. A lot of people going camping this weekend. So, and then the Oilers are going to be off for a few days.
What a perfect just get away,
slows down. Yeah,
right. Give the liver a break on camping.
Vanna one said it's the Emilia Romagna GP.
Yeah,
it needs a nickname. Yeah. So yeah, it sounds like, well, at least our show's gonna be a little slower than what we're used to. We've been hammering 150 to 200 thumbs up. We've been averaging about 200 views. So let's pump those numbers up. We should be feeling good. What was I gonna get to, Joaquin? It's 106 here in the City of Champions. Let's get to the Winnipeg game. Oh, first, Kris Knoblauch spoke. Ekholm day to day. will miss games 1 and 2 100%. But like Tommy Gazzola said, thank you. Probably towards the end of round 3, if that. And Pickard also going to miss the first half of this series. So that's the report. He's not out for the season because word's asking that. No, he's been listed as day-to-day and to miss games 1 and 2 up to now. So we'll get an update after game 2 and go from there. And same with Cal Pickard. So it's the lineup is going to remain the same. Did you happen to watch any of the Stars-Jets game?
Stars-Jets? Yes, I did. I caught it probably, after the first. I watched a bit of the first. They were flying. I was a little bit worried that because they looked like the dominant team, that Dallas would score first and kind of take the air out of that stadium, because what an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Great job by the Winnipeggers and in the whiteout. But yeah, no, they look good. Ehlers, awesome. Their power play, finally sealing it off, getting the 2-man advantage. That's good to see. Like you don't want to give the other team any sort of life. And then didn't like the penalties at the end. One thing that really stood out to me is Scheifele's got beautiful eyes. Jeez, wow.
Oh my God, I noticed the same thing.
Oh my God.
He was so angry.
He was so angry, and those baby blues were piercing. Like, I was like, wow, I thought there was like a filter or something on the TV. Like, they were the nicest, bluest eyes I've ever seen. So, and then he was just losing his marbles. And then they came, somehow Winnipeg ended up with being shorthanded, where, Jamie Benn, I don't know. Did you see the punch?
Yeah.
Is that not?
That should have been a penalty, man.
But so to sucker a guy like that, like with the ref in the way, everything's calmed down and you sucker a guy. I think that borderline's on a suspension, man.
Yeah, it was a bad hit, man.
You're targeting arguably the best Winnipeg Jets forward player, and that's an intent to injure.
100%.
So I really think Jamie Benn should be looked at by the league and a 1-game suspension.
I don't think anything's coming, because we would have heard by this morning, but or that's just good old-fashioned playoff hockey. But it's the first time I've seen a player and the coach had to calm down the player on the bench.
Yeah.
Like, he was fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Because first he got tossed by Ben, and then he got up, and then he got punched.
Then he got punched, man.
Yeah.
Like, that was brutal. Just brutal. So, I don't know. Probably nothing.
Matt says he was fined. Okay, whatever.
Well, yeah. Oh, he was fined?
Yeah.
Okay, but still, Jamie Benn is a vicious player. I like it. I like that in him. But come on, that's a sucker punch.
If there's one team that can come back from 3-1 and win a series, it's Winnipeg. Do you agree?
Dude, I think when you look at all these teams, and so let's look at them all. Florida's been to 2 finals over the last 2 years and won one of them. The Carolina Hurricanes, I believe, have been to 3 conference finals in the last 5-6 years. The Oilers have been to the cup final, to the conference final a number of times. Dallas has been to the conference final. Like, all these teams, I think anyone is able to come back from a 3-1 deficit just because of the caliber of teams that are remaining.
Yeah, and Hellebuck, I mean, he's going to win on the road. What? No better time than tomorrow.
Well, yeah, he kind of has to.
Well, it's not just him. The team hasn't won, right? Like, it's not all on him. Smitty the Welder makes a good point. Says, how do you suspend the guy for a punch but not a cross check to the face?
I know it's so. I know that. I realize that, but I'm just like, come on. That's a vicious play. Intent to injure. Great punch. Like, right on the button. I just find it a little bit cowardly from a guy that's able to stand up for himself a little bit more and taking advantage of a player who's not really even looking at him.
No, it was 3-0 at the point. Like, they knew they weren't winning the game. Ottinger looked pissed on the bench. He was not happy. He was shaking his head, rolling his eyes, kind of like he was not happy with his game.
Yeah.
So that's why I think Winnipeg, like, if there's one team that's going to pull this off, it's them. Let's shift over to the Leafs for a bit here. I mean, has there ever been more pressure on the core 4 than tonight for those Toronto Maple Leafs? Can they handle it, Joaquin?
I don't think so. I think the pressure's always there. I don't think there's any pressure on them because no one's expecting them to do anything anymore.
Well, okay, but that's a good point but that's not what they feel, right? Like everybody's like, oh, it's these guys again and all that. So don't you think that for them it's like something internal saying we got to prove all these SOBs wrong, right? Like we have to do this. We have to win this game and get it back to Toronto.
I would say that's even the worst approach. Trying to prove it to yourself first, and your teammates, right? Like that's who your first focus should be on. I'm playing for the guy beside me, right?
Yeah.
These guys that I've spent the last 6 months with battling, I owe it to them first to give everything I have. Fans, unfortunately, all the outside noise, that's way further down the list of check marks of showing it. If they can't do it for the guy sitting next to you, I mean, just look at Tanev. Like this guy blocks shots, takes hits. He just does everything in his power to win hockey games. If you were to put a little bit of that desire, intensity, and sacrifice, I think, into Matthews and Marner, they wouldn't be in the situation they're in right now. Because I watched some of the goals and they're coming directly off the sticks. Alberta. Like they're making regular season Bouchard plays, those two guys, right? It's got to be just infuriating for Leafs fans because let's face it, there's going to be, if they lose tonight, there has to be changes, and I mean from the top down too.
Yeah, so let's stick with the core four. If they lose, I think Nylander stays because I think he's the best of the bunch, like overall, consistently.
And I don't think anything bothers that guy. That guy really doesn't care.
But that's bad too. It's horrible.
Bad, but it's good.
Yeah, I think the guys that are more potentially to get moved on from are Marner and Tavares. Do you agree with that?
Marner, Tavares.
Because you're not giving up on a guy that's one of the best scorers in the league.
I know. He can't because a guy that scores 50 to 70 goals, that gets you in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Right? So you can't.
You're not winning that trade.
You're not winning it, but you're putting in jeopardy regular season success and making the playoffs, right? I mean, with Tavares had a pretty good year this year.
He did.
Right. So, but if I'm having a discussion with him, I go, "Hey, Pajama John, you're fine. Like financially, I think you're okay. I'd be looking at more of I don't know. Is it a Corey Perry contract? 1.5.
But so this is where I'm at with this Leafs team because I think at the deadline, the last 5 years, they've always gone out and got good character guys. Like for example, Tanev he's an off-season guy.
Ekman Larson they went and got,
but they've brought in. Remember, they've brought in like for example the Wayne Simmons. They've brought in these guys that you think are going to bring like that character and that culture to the team. But it seems like it's just because I watch Matthew Nyes play, I watch McCann play. I watched Tanev. Like, those guys put it on the line. So there is some of that on the team.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm not saying that Matthews and Marner aren't great players, but it's just not working.
Yeah.
Sometimes like the brisket I made, sometimes it's okay, but it doesn't really work out.
It was really good. Good brisket. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Obviously, probably Shanahan's in trouble.
Oh, he's done. If they lose, he's got to be done.
Traveling, I think they keep him because he's fairly new.
And he made them better.
He got good at it. Like, is this series different if Stolarz is in it? Because I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No. I don't. Yeah. Is it?
I still think it's 3-2 Florida.
They still didn't score, man.
Exactly.
So what's the difference?
I mean, one game went to overtime. does that goal? And I mean, it was a deflection that he didn't see. Does Stolars stop that? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't think so. It's so weird to beat that Leafs team 4 games in a row, though. That's tough. But now in Florida, you got these guys. They've just been in it for so long and gone through these types of situations. It's going to be so hard for the Leafs. Like, I don't know if they have it in them, really.
Like, they don't have, like, and I'm sorry, this might be biased, but they don't have that extra gear the Oilers have found.
No.
Through experience and heartbreak and all that.
Yeah. Well, they had heartbreak. They should.
No, but they've never experienced going all the way and being so close that they know what it takes, right? Like, they get past the first round, then they're out.
Yeah. It gets a little bit more difficult, and then it's... Yeah, no, it's... I hope it's a good game. I'd hate to see another like blowout because that's just ridiculous. I want to see what Marner and Matthews can do tonight. You know,
for me tonight, those 2 players are the key to me. The team's gonna go the way they go. They're
Matthews
the leaders.
Has to score a goal tonight,
and Marner can't be doing spinorama pass at his own blue line to nobody.
It's such a selfish play to do that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's highlight reel crap.
Because I think Nylander puts in like honest effort. Tavares doesn't cheat the game either. He's out there hustling, right?
No, he tries to get to the hard areas. You need your other 2 big dogs too.
Smitty the Welder says Matthews does not show up. I trade him. I don't think they're trading him. C-Run says future Oiler Matthew Nyes when Hyman retires.
Oh my gosh! I mean, if looking at Matthew Nyes, and I mean, we'll probably do a big deep dive into possible offer sheets because I think a lot of teams might start going that direction a little bit more. Why wouldn't you if you can improve your team?
Yeah.
Without like have a ready player to pop into your lineup. Like the St. Louis Blues knocked it out of the park with 2 guys that made their team a lot better. That really you saw how long it took to get these guys NHL ready. So why not take advantage of a team that's put in the time and effort to get top prospects to a point where they're regular NHLers and get them on your team?
Yeah, they did. They got young guys not at their prime yet. The cost, you got him for control. You got him cheap.
Yeah.
And you screwed the team. You did.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not worried about it now because the Oilers are in the 3rd round. But BBJ says it's all on Nylander and Nyes tonight. I disagree. I think it's on Marner's Matthew. They have to lead the way.
But Nyes and Nylander have been good.
Yeah.
Man, they've honest.
And then Aiden says they're playing big boy hockey now. It's not the Sens anymore. Seriously.
Yeah, well, there's just they don't make those mistakes. Like they play at a high tempo, don't give you any room, and they make you have to earn everything. You're not going to get many mistakes or turnovers with spin around or backhands, getting odd man situations going back the other way.
And I think the biggest thing about this series that why it's turned, Bobrovsky's playing like Bobrovsky.
Yeah, and his game kind of upped, right? It wasn't like the first few games. He was very okay.
Yeah.
And then he's starting to figure stuff out. I saw it, like, it was interesting because I saw him before the game and he had earplugs in, like just, sleeping earplugs or just to block out. Like, you can still hear a little bit, right? But kind of a neat way to get focused and just block everything out. You're still part of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Neat.
Interesting.
I've heard he's a little eccentric with his preparation, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it works, man.
We'll continue to talk some hockey, some Elks, Zach to the Future coming up. Adam Wylde from Nailing the Apex podcast at SDPN Sports as well. It's going to be a fun show here on this Friday. Oilers won't be playing until maybe Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. So we got some time here to go around the world of sports. We want to hear from you. Like always, hit us up on the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999 or on the Nasty Chat. Slam that thumbs up. Let's get to 150. That's the goal during playoffs. Let's go. But first, of course, Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you by Play Alberta. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app today and deposit $20 using the EST exclusive promo code 100casino for a $100 casino bonus. We're back after the break. Here's our guy, Coop.
Oilers head coach Kris Knoblauch has confirmed that Mattias Ekholm is out day-to-day and will not play in the first two games of the Western Conference Final, while also mentioning that Calvin Pickard is out for the early parts of round 3, being hopeful for that series. And the Canes await the winner of the Panthers-Leafs series, Florida leading 3-2 in that one with puck drop just after 6. And Stars captain Jamie Benn has been fined $5,000 after punching Mark Scheifele of the Jets last night. The play resulted in a 10-minute misconduct as well as a game ejection. And the World Hockey Championship has Sweden up 1-0 over Slovenia early in the second period, while Switzerland leads Norway 2-0 5 minutes into the middle frame. Basketball sees the Knicks looking to close out their series against the Celtics. New York up 3-2 in that one, losing Game 5 by a 25-point spread. In Toronto, the Jays and Tigers have their series opener. Bowden Francis takes the mound for the Jays. First pitch for that one goes just after 5. And on the links, Jonathan Vegas leads at 8 under at the end of round 2. Canadian Taylor Pendrith is tied at 11th. Good for 3 under par through 18 holes played. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. EST Afternoons returns after the break.
Get your fix every single game with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame and postgame shows with Tom Gazzola and Hernan Salas. Whether it's breaking down the starting lineup, predicting key matchups, or diving deep into the game's biggest moments, Tom and Hernan are here to give you the best insight and analysis in the city. After the final horn, get the breakdown of every key moment, performance, and player reactions. It's your one-stop shop for all things game day. Catch the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame and postgame shows with Tom Gazzola and Hernan Salas, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Craving a late night snack? Hit the Banquet for our new late night happy hour. Sunday to Thursday, 9 p.m. till close. Try favorites like sweet and spicy lettuce wraps or our Banquet burger and fries, all at happy hour prices. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
Time out, Edmonton. The new Play Alberta app has arrived, and it's here to make your gambling experiences more fun, exciting, and secure. Enjoy the convenience of hundreds of casino games, betting live on your favorite sports teams, and access to lotteries all in one place, anywhere in Alberta. Enter code YEG50 to receive a $50 free bet when you make a $5 minimum deposit. That's a $50 free bet for new and existing users using code YEG50. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Keep your team jersey and rally towel close by and help bring the championship home. For all your other treasures, store them with Sentinel Storage. Store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
It's 1:25. Welcome back to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. The afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant. You can get the prime rib special for just $18.99, available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. It's Joaquin, Gage, Zach Kubish, Hernan Salas here with you. Good times. Big Uke says, sun up, window down, booze bought, EST playing, Oilers in round 3, now headed out to the lake. What a day. Let's go. Man, that sounds great. That sounds like a great Friday.
Must have missed that invite.
Yeah, where's the invite, brah? Do you like camping?
No.
Okay. What don't you like about it?
Well, what do you mean? Like camp? Like I don't
going out to the lake and setting up a tent and real camping.
Oh, I can do that, but I think I have to be like by myself or like because I don't really care. Like I'll sleep on the ground,
Yeah.
you know, I'll sleeping bag. Because when I used to go fish, like we used to go fly fishing as kids.
Okay.
And we'd drive up to like outside Merritt, in between Kamloops and Merritt, and me and my buddies just tent, beans, belly boats, flies,
Yeah.
fish for the weekend. Like not,
Okay.
it'd be rough, right? But you go with your family, and it's setting up and everything else, and it's just a nightmare. So I don't know. I'm not much of a camper.
When's the last time you went camping?
I think it was with my. It was a few years ago. And my son just wanted to come home, and it was just it was brutal. One time, oh my gosh, it was awful. It was long time ago. We're in a tent, and there's a place called Old McDonald Farm. It's for kids. Like there's like little like merry-go-rounds, and carts and stuff. Lots of stuff to do.
Yeah.
And the beach is great, but the people next to us, and I think they thought that their tent was soundproof or something. They were having relations well into the night. Where when you hear it at first, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But when a little too long,
Yeah.
it's like,
come on.
Yeah, I think my wife said, get the job done and let's go. She had enough. But no, I think that was kind of the last time I was camping.
There's something about being around the fire with a nice drink and just chilling, though, eh? Like that part's the best.
Yeah. I'm not a big campfire. I hate smelling like smoke.
Oh, really? See, I'm the opposite. I kind of like it.
That's surprise.
I smoke darts.
I like the smell. You know, it's cool when I walk through the streets of Terwilliger at night in a nice evening, right? People have fires out, but I'm not really sitting around the fire kind of guy. Once in a while, it's fine, but
that's camping in a nutshell.
I guess, yeah.
Big Uke says the invites are in the mail, I swear. He also says, we also glamp. I have better Wi-Fi at the lake than at home.
I mean, some of the like trailers and stuff, that's kind of cool. Like glamping or whatever. That's pretty neat.
Like the bro-in-law and his wife have a wonderful trailer.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's top notch, man.
See, camping to me is more going to your cabin by the lake.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Like having a cabin's awesome.
Yeah, having a cabin by like where you can
your backyard leads to the lake.
We swim out there, and that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, cool. Koob, do you like camping?
I like it, but I don't go enough. I'm actually going this weekend myself, but it's with a bunch of buddies who don't really plan well. My mom asked me, so where are you going? I don't know. When are you leaving? I don't know. When are you getting picked up? Who's picking you up? Still figuring that out at this very moment. So it should be fun, but I'm a big camping guy. I like nature.
Sounds about right for a man, actually.
That's how plans are made, boys. You know it. But camping's awesome. You just enjoy nature. You take a second to unplug. No more games, no nothing. I mean, you could bring a phone charger, but you just sit around, hang out, talk, have some brews or whatever. It's a good time.
I like going fishing.
Okay, I've only been fishing, I think, twice, and it's been great.
Really?
But I still got to learn a lot about it. Back in the day when our last years of high school into 18, 19, our group of friends, there's 10, 12 of us. We'd always do a camping trip every summer.
Okay.
I remember we went to Aspen Beach one year after the first night. We were all sleeping in the morning. They're kicking our tent. They kicked us out.
Really?
Yeah, for too much noise.
Too much noise, yeah.
So then we're like, hey, it was a long weekend. We're like, what are we going to do? And then we went to Sylvan Lake. Obviously, we weren't going to get a lot there. But this guy had a lot that he was renting out for campers. And it's just dirt and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's so much people, and we were able to stay there. And the noise didn't matter because you were so far away from everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, so, and again, nothing rowdy. We were just loud, laughing and talking. Do you know what I mean? It was pretty great. But I remember those camping trips fondly because it was just the boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just crazy. Different times. Tent or camper?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Find money, camper.
If you go camping, you have to do a tent, man.
I've never been in a camper. I've never slept in a trailer.
Really?
Yeah, it's always been a tent. My wife hates it because there'd be an air mattress, right?
Yeah.
And so if I move on that thing, it's like, you see those those videos of a guy jumping on that big and the person goes flying off that half blown up balloon or whatever. So every time I move, she like gets bumped up and I'm kicked off the mountain.
By the end of it, you're in the corner like this, right?
Oh yeah. It popped one time and you ended up on the ground after. You could hardly move.
All right. Are you a glamp? Do you like to glamp or camp? Let us know on the River Korean box 780-218-9999 or hit us up on the Nasty Chat. I think I'm in between. You know what I mean?
Oh, I could do both. Like, but I think there's something to tent, middle of nowhere, no one else around, you know.
And it's cool to be in a tent.
Yeah.
Except for in the morning when it's really hot and you're a little hungover.
Or when it snows or rains.
You can't stay in there past 8 if the sun's on you.
Yeah, you're like.
Oh, yeah. All the condensation, you're dripping on you. Gross.
It's crazy. It's absolutely.
My buddy has one of those, he's a hardcore, hunter guy. He has one of those big canvas tents that come with a little potbelly stove in there. So it just heats that thing completely up, right?
There's always that one buddy or family member that's just a wicked camper.
Oh, yeah.
They can set up anything.
Well, he could essentially, you could drop him off in the middle of nowhere and give him 10 items and he'd be at your door before you got home, right?
I am
with a moose on his back.
I am not that guy, man. I am pretty bad. So for that kind of stuff. Shocking, Jasmine likes glamping. Are you shocked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she goes to a golf course and figures that's camping.
Yeah.
Out in the woods.
Oh, man. I don't know. Oh, we got another game. Maddie's coming for redemption.
Oh, my.
Who's playing, boys?
Houston Buffalo.
Hey, I thought you couldn't use your number 1 team. Oh. I think Maddie's changing the rules on the fly because he lost. Oh, okay. Oh, so you rolled first. Oh, okay.
So two number 1 teams going at it with Jay and Maddie.
Sorry about that, guys. How many of you are still listening? No one cares about our Tecmo League except for us.
They love the Tecmo League.
All right. So if you had to pick, do you think Toronto can get it done tonight?
There's probably about as much chance as Jasmine sleeping in a tent camping than the Leafs winning tonight, I think. It's done. Right? They just... that whole stuff that happened at the end of the game, I can't believe the throwing the jerseys and...
Well, they're just tired of it.
Yeah, but there's still it's
I know.
It's game 5.
It's yeah.
I can see maybe if that was it, or if it was that was the game to go up 3-0 or whatever. I don't get it, man. That's a bad look.
VR says off to Twitch. No, don't leave. Don't leave.
Get 2 screens. Jeez.
Run says Jasmine's fires are fueled by propane.
Oh, right. Yeah. and espresso martinis.
Imagine having a martini at camping.
I've done that.
I've had wine and stuff.
I've had the shaker and the glass and made cocktails.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's no rules to what you can drink.
No.
I'm a vino guy now, so
yeah,
like the wine.
They just grab the box wine for that.
Norman a Combine. Okay, Tommy hates country music. Gager hates smoke from campfires. Yeah.
Well, it just seems like every time it doesn't matter. It's like I'm playing musical chairs every time I'm sitting around a campfire because the wind changes. It knows I hate it and just comes directly in my face. You know how the smoke just goes in one direction? Then I'll go to the other side of the campfire and then it'll start blowing straight in my face that way. It just, I hate it.
Oh.
Well, you're just sitting in there
the more the smoke hits me, the more I like it. Just a weirdo like that.
That's good.
Espresso martini by a fire. I'm in. There's no bottle service camping.
Oh, jeez.
There's absolutely no bottle service. What's the best thing you like to put on an actual fire grill on camping for food?
Oh, there's too many, man. If I've just caught like a fish, I like to clean it and put that on there.
We met this was years ago. We went camping and we met the neighbor of the person we were with. He caught a lot of fish and he's teaching us how to cut it.
Cut and clean it. Yeah,
it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably not good at it anymore, but I could do it pretty good. How
about some steaks?
Yeah, burgers,
hot dogs.
I'm pretty simple.
Yeah.
Right? Get a good couple good bags of like stuffed cheese wieners, just the stuff you'd never buy.
Yeah, the Smokies.
Oh yeah, big cheesy Smokies and stuff. Bring the cast iron, and then obviously the big thing of bacon the next morning. Just fry up a massive.
The GF loves camping. Like her family are big campers. Like her brother's going today. Her favorite part of camping is making breakfast.
Oh yeah,
over the fire.
The eggs,
the bacon.
Oh man! And then the espresso coffee maker, like the old school one that you put on the fire, and
that's the best.
Yeah,
man. Coffee, camping,
coffee in the morning. It's cold out. You're all bundled. You sit in the lowrider chair.
Big Uke says that's a poorly built fire. Then Gager, he says bigger the flames equals less smoke. Facts.
Or whatever, man. Jesus.
I'd love to try to start a fire. I don't think I ever have.
What?
Yeah. When I go camping, I don't start the fires.
No?
You didn't ever learn, like, this is like not swimming, though. You should know how to start a fire.
It was always burning?
Like once it gets going, I like adding to it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm that guy.
Are you that guy with the poker?
Yeah.
You're the guy who makes it smoke.
Yeah. Who's the fire marshals? Like the people say, you got to move that over there. We're not getting a clean burn. Is Big Uke? Is that who sent that in? Big Uke? He's the fire poker guy for sure.
Yeah. Gold medal Mark's not impressed. He says, pass on hearing about Tecmo Bowl. Still love you. Just don't need rapid updates over and over. Well.
I should add it to my sports updates.
Hey, you should.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Okay. You don't have to tune in for Zach's updates to get the updated score.
The Houston Oilers are leading 7-0 over Matty Wanek.
Troll says, I like to camp at the Holiday Inn. Krager says, Coob, you've never go camping May long week in Alberta. Combination of cold overnight weather, fire bans, and bugs make it not a fun experience. But you are young. You'll learn. Likely the hard way, though.
I'm just that guy.
Yeah, it usually rains or snows.
I think I've gone twice in my whole life, and then we stopped because it was always cold.
It was always cold,
just good. And the fire ban's a big one. I can't go camping when you can't have a fire.
But can you have like the?
I think you can.
The propane ones.
The propane.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like jet boils or whatever they have. I don't know if there's full fire bans still in effect. It has been quite rainy in Alberta here, but.
Is it in the city too? Like, are you allowed to have fires in there?
No, I think.
Yeah, it's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much everywhere. So, all right, 61 thumbs up. We got to get to 100 by the next segment. There's no excuses. We'll continue to talk about camping. What's your favorite thing to put on the grill over the fire when you're out camping? And are you team camp or team glamp? Gager and I are team camp. I think Coob is too. I can't imagine Coob glamping.
There's too many cool things you can buy for camping too. Yeah. When you go into the camp, it's like. Yeah.
Give me some Gore-Tex.
Portion of this hour brought to you by the CBH. Make your birthday legendary at the Canadian Brew House. Epic food, killer drinks, and a vibe you can't beat. Plus, get free nachos with our app. Book your party now. The Canadian Brew House. Our house is your house. Zach to the Future is up next here on EST Afternoons. Here's Coop.
Oilers head coach Kris Knoblauch gave some injury updates. Mattias Ekholm and Calvin Pickard will both miss the early parts of the conference final, Pickard being hopeful for a return in the series. And for the Stars, Jamie Benn has been fined $5,000 for punching Winnipeg's Mark Scheifele yesterday. And during the play, Benn was kicked out of the game and was handed a 10-minute misconduct. Down south, the lone game tonight sees the Leafs trying to push a Game 7 against the Panthers. Florida rattling off 3 straight wins in that series. Winner of that one battles Carolina in the conference finals. Overseas, 2 games are live. Norway trailing Switzerland 3-0 near the end of the second, while Sweden holds a 1-0 lead over Slovenia late in the middle frame. While in basketball, the Celtics look to stay alive once again, this time in Game 6 against the Knicks. Winner of that series takes on the Pacers. And in baseball, Toronto meets Detroit for their series opener. Bowden Francis starts for the Jays. First pitch just after 5, and right now the Cubs are up 6-3 against the White Sox in the bottom of the 4th inning. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. Everybody's favorite segment, Zach to the Future, up next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
You played Trev yesterday.
Defensive struggle.
14-0 win, Washington, though. I got my first game in. Yukon Jack was here. Dominating performance by the Green Bay Packers. And Jay hates me, as in my Tecmo mode.
I don't like to use the word
You really
hate.
dislike my persona around Tecmo.
I think you're arrogant.
I am. I'm not. It's not. You don't think it. I am.
I feel you're a bit of a dick.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your home for great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
My mother used to let us not lock the doors. She's like, if you're locking the doors inside of the house, it means you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. Yeah, that's why we lock the doors.
Host of the Bad Friends and Whiskey Ginger podcast, don't miss Andrew Santino, Freeze Peach, live at the River Cree May 22nd.
Michael, what are you doing? We have locks on the outside of the house to keep criminals from coming inside. There's no criminals inside of this house. Yes, there are, Karen.
Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. Excitement, bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc, we're the experts you need to know.
It's 1:44. Welcome back to EST Afternoons. Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, Zach Kubish, live from the William Huff Studios. All right. A lot of camping talk, eh?
Well, it's the weekend for it. Some people have some nice trailers, though.
Oh,
wow.
Amazing. A lot of work, though, to set them up, get them.
Is it?
Yeah.
Now they got that. Like, I was always be worried. I saw one guy just back it into the campsite one time. It was like he was a surgeon with that thing. But then the other one, couple ones down, the husband and wife just yelling at each other. I'm doing it. Like, just, it was hilarious.
You have to be so perfect too, because like the ball joints inside of those like fifth wheelers, if you turn them too much, it'll just crack it. Right?
Yeah.
Like you got to be careful. You're hitting stuff. Oh, it's a nightmare.
Gregor says total fire ban in effect. No wood fires or even ATVs are allowed.
ATVs? Why no ATVs?
I don't know.
Because the bottom heats up, and if they go over the grass, it'll start the fire probably.
And then Norman the Combine sent us a picture of Garen last year camping. He's on the ground. One too many. Fires like have no... Oh, you sent us a beautiful picture of a fire. Well done. All right, we got to get to Zach to the Future. Hey, Zach to the Future brought to you by nobody. If you like to sponsor the segment, hit us up. Hernan, Joaquin, Matt at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. So Koob is, I think he's 9 out of 10. He's passed. He's done really well.
Yeah.
He's done really well. I had to do all these clips while I was at the Elks practice. I sat up there in the booth.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, Koob, we're going to have some fun. Remember, does he have a lifeline? Yeah. Okay, you have one. Okay, Koob? You listening?
Game going.
Yes, because I didn't use my extra one last week,
Yeah,
right?
that's fair.
That was whatever
right.
the rules are.
Let's get ready. Here's Zach to the Future.
Just as I predicted, time traveling is just too dangerous. 1.21 gigawatts. Great Scott.
All right, Joaquin, would you like to kick us off?
Sure.
All right.
Zach, are you ready for your first question?
I am ready.
When was the first ever Madden football game released?
Wow. Can I ask one hint?
Sure.
Sure.
You might not
Was
get an
it
answer,
in
but-
the 80s?
Yes.
First ever Madden football game.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got big into it early 90s, of
Yeah.
course. We have Tecmo.
Mm-hmm.
And it was in the 80s. Was it an arcade game?
I actually don't know. I don't think so.
No, it was console.
Yeah.
It was
video.
console? I'm going to go with that. 1989. Final answer. Oh, that was me. Do that again.
We were looking for 1988, Coop. Good choice. Good choice. I can't remember that game, though.
Either do I. It was probably really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably looked like just pixels.
Question number 2. When was the World Wide Web first introduced?
Like the www HTML thing or whatever. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So it was talked about on the Hangout like a little bit, I think, here today too, where there was the Microsoft Explorer, the Explorer page, and then another sort of website there. It must have been early 90s. For some reason, really early. I'm going to go 1991. Final answer.
Wow.
Let's go.
Did you Google that?
No, I safaried it or whatever. Yeah, no.
How did you know that?
I knew 1993, like the World Wide Web was already just getting into being a huge thing. And then, yada, yada, yada. Basically, I had to think, I'm like, well, it didn't start as a big thing. They kind of had to make it into a big thing. So I gave it a couple years. That's my thought process there.
All right. Gager.
Coop, in what country was Joaquin Gage named MVP of the league?
Another Joaquin Gage question. Hey? I asked Hernan. I said no more. I don't want to hurt Gage's feelings.
He said it so many times on the show. So.
Yeah, it's either Germany or the Swedish league. And I'm going to go with the crazy Canadian goaltender in the Swedish league. Final answer.
Wrong, Coop. I was MVP of my team in the Swedish league, but not the league. We were looking for the British Super League.
BSL.
England.
Didn't Tony Hand play there?
Yes, he did.
Oilers, well, almost an Oilers legend. He didn't want to play. He got
in
homesick.
Scotland. I played on his team. Well, he played on a different team at that point. But he was the Scottish Gretzky.
Yeah, he has the most points in professional hockey all time.
Yeah. And actually, he played in the team in Sweden I played with a few years prior, but I went to that team and he played in Sweden.
Is that right?
Was he that good? Was he
from
NHL
what I heard,
talent?
he was really good. Like, probably not the best skater, but vision, hands, passing, like it was. If people said if he grew up in Canada, he would have been a NHLer, right?
Well, because he was picked by the Oilers 1986, 12th round, 252nd overall. He came overseas for 3 games to play with the Victoria Cougars, had 4 goals and 4 assists, 8 points, and then said, I'm sick of this and went back home.
A little too
Crazy.
tough for him, I think.
So there is some controversy on the World Wide Web. VR says it was 1989, but
you already gave it to me. You can't take it back.
See you, buddy. Google's never wrong, so I Google.
I trust everything on the internet, guys, as you know. So,
but maybe it was but wasn't it developed for like military use before?
Maybe, yeah. Because I got this straight from a trivia's page, and it had 1991. So we're gonna roll with that. Sorry. Reed Wilkins says he interviewed Tony Hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Beauty.
Is that right? All right. It's time to get to your movie clip for this week. Are you ready?
No. What if I walked away? Okay, play the clip.
Here we go.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
You want to hear
Is
it
that
again?
a Tarantino?
You want to hear it again?
Yes, but is that a...
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I know Reed would know this right away and give me a terrible look. This is not a Quentin Tarantino.
It is not.
Okay, I'm gonna go ask
Could
him.
be, though.
Could be.
Did it?
Well,
Yeah,
yes or
yeah.
no, boys? Yes or no? Okay.
Well, we can't really.
I'll be back.
Big Uke says, does Coop even know what position Gage are playing? Oh, man.
Coob is looking for help for the movie clip.
This movie's a classic, eh?
Yeah, we were just talking about one of the people in this movie. They are great. Kind of sneaky good, too.
They're great together, man.
Oh, yeah. They made 3 of them? I think they made 3 of them.
Does he have it?
Do you need him to say it, or can I relay it?
Whatever.
What would you prefer?
Either or.
Well, we're kind of in a rush. We don't got the whole hour. It's rush hour. Final answer.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice, Reed.
Good
Nice.
job, Reed.
Thank
Good
you,
job,
Reed.
Reed.
Reed's always the best. See, I had an idea that it would be Rush Hour. I've never seen the movie, but that clip is so well known. I should have.
Please watch the movie. It is great.
Only if you watch The Matrix.
No. Nobody wants to watch the Matrix is so old. Nobody cares.
What? That movie. Okay.
I think Rush Hour is older than The Matrix.
Yeah. What?
No.
Well,
maybe. So Rush Hour is 98.
Yeah. Matrix 99.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
Matrix Reloaded is 2003. So.
Okay, here is your song. You better get this one. Gager, are you ready?
I'm ready.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love?
By?
I don't know the artist. I can't lie.
Can we give it to him?
Yeah. No one knows the artist of this song. They know the song.
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Hathaway is the answer we were looking for.
Highway or Holloway?
Hathaway.
Hathaway.
Night of the Roxbury. Great show.
Ooh. Remember when Jim Carrey joined them on this?
Oh, on Saturday Night Live? Oh, my God. That was so good.
Oh, man. VR Hernan is full of bad info today. Whatever, dude. It's Friday.
Whatever.
Okay, for the video game, I had to do it differently because there's no way he's going to get this. So we're going to do multiple choice, Gage. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, tee it up.
For the video clip?
Yeah.
Okay, Coop.
Yes.
Here are your choices for this video clip. And what video game it is? We've got ice hockey, Blades of Steel, Hit the Ice, or Wayne Gretzky hockey.
I want to go with Blades of Steel.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is incorrect.
What was it?
Ice hockey.
Ice hockey. This is it's
not
with
ball
the fat
hockey?
guy, right? The fat and the skinny guys?
That skinny guy
Yeah.
and the medium guy.
Yeah.
And you had to pick 4 or something?
3.
3,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's on the
okay.
first Nintendo system, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was a great game. You just load up that fat guy, hold the shot for like 2 minutes and let him blast it.
Okay, so you got that one wrong.
I've got a lot of them wrong.
What are you
actually.
on right now? You've only had 2 correct.
Yeah.
No,
if you
3.
asked me a Tony Hand question, I'd get it right.
No, you're 3 for 6.
Oof.
Okay, let's go with the name.
Oh, I didn't even load it up. Did you? Oh, I always get this one wrong. I always get this name wrong. And I have to check the pronouncer each time I say it on a sports update, which isn't very often. But I should.
You should be able to get this one.
It's the first name more than the last name, okay?
Yeah, but
Kylian Mbappe.
Say it again.
Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe.
Say it again. Because he keeps changing.
I know.
Kylian Mbappe.
It's half right.
Yeah.
Is the last name right?
Their last name is correct.
That's more important. Okay.
So you got the first name wrong. It's Kylian Mbappe.
Kylian
Mbappe.
Mbappe.
So do I get half points? Come on.
Well, what sport does he play?
Football.
Oh, okay.
What kind of football?
Football.
You got the hardest, the Mbappe.
Yeah. What country does he play for at the World Cup?
Come on now. France.
Hey, look at that.
Smokes.
Holy smokes.
Wow.
You know more than
he's the best French player. Is he not?
Yeah.
By far.
All right. We'll give it to you.
We'll give it to you that.
Yeah, I don't know Gage questions, but I know.
Yeah, you know Mbappe.
Yeah, Mbappe. Yeah.
I have a close personal relationship with Mbappe.
It's actually kind of crazy how little he knows about Joaquin Gage.
Yeah.
I know he makes a damn fine brisket, though.
Okay, let's get to the sports moment. Everybody's going to know this one.
Oh, yeah.
Zach might even know it.
Okay.
Okay, let me run it. So this is...
you got to get it up there.
It is.
I don't see it.
Oh, wait.
Aha. There we go. Oh, I see you're about to circle something.
2007, Edmonton, Dallas Stars, regular season game. But it's a historical moment. One of the best calls. Hopefully the audio works. If not, you're just going to have to watch.
Oh, hold on.
So this is Marc-Andre Bergeron with the puck, okay? Net is empty for the Oilers. So, Coop, like a few things happen here. So you have to use your creativity, okay? So,
He hits a bird. No. Every time.
Here's the first clip. Never mind. Here it is.
Okay. Oh, is this a Patrick Stefan?
Okay.
Well, I don't know why I can't really see the play here, Hernan.
Yeah, so he has the puck, okay?
Okay. Marc-Andre Bergeron.
Yeah. Okay, he's about
Makes
to
a
cross
move
the
from
blue
the
line,
line. Okay.
but what happens?
But what happens?
You got to think here. You got to use your head. Let's go. You
Okay,
got this,
well,
buddy.
so he's getting pressured from a Dallas Star player. He's the last line of defense back with the empty net. He's nearly like midway from the bottom of the circle to the blue line. He looks like he's about to pass it up to the open player who's just entering the neutral zone from the Edmonton side of things. And he looks like he has a clear pass up the ice.
Okay.
And I don't know how wacky and crazy I want to go with this. For some reason, I feel like he drops it back or gives it away or blows a tire. And then the free Dallas Star player picks it up and scores.
That's your answer?
Yeah, he flubs it.
Okay.
It gets taken, and there's an empty net goal as well. Final
Okay,
answer.
I just sent you the full clip because I want you to hear the audio on this call.
All right. And this was 2007?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting little story while he gets the clip ready. I was flying to Chile that day, and we missed our connecting. I missed my connecting flight in LA, and I got to stay the night over, and I was watching this in the hotel room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not that interesting of a story.
No, I was hoping for something else.
You're supposed to say, cool story, bro.
Oh, I said, wow.
Cool story, bro. Cool story.
Did you get it?
I'm trying to download it here.
What hotel did you stay at?
I can't remember. They put us up because the airline paid for us.
Oh,
and
so
it was
rubber sheets.
Do I even
No,
win
it was
if I get
nice.
this?
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Do I win if I get this one right even?
All right, roll it.
Hold the phone. Okay, rolling in 3, 2.
Maybe one last gasp here for the Oilers. Bergeron fans on a pass. Steffen steals and he'll ice it. Oh, at least I thought he was gonna until he blew it. That's unbelievable. Here come the Oilers the other way, and Hemsky's loose. Hemsky, he scored! Can you believe what we just saw?
Wow. Okay, I didn't think it was that one because I think that one was used beforehand, and I didn't realize that was the way that the play was built up.
Yeah.
Because the clip that I remember is Stefan missing the empty netter, which did happen in that clip. And then it was Horkoff and Hemsky the other way back to connect for the tying goal, and then they lose in overtime.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that Bergeron flubs the pass.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Before that sequence.
Yeah.
So
wow.
There's a whole thing on that too. Like if that didn't happen, there was a draft pick that you can go back and the way that they finished in the draft picks, they worked it all the way that the reason why Connor McDavid became an Oiler or something like
Is that moment?
Yeah. it was nuts. I wish I remembered that.
Peter Labardius on the call.
Oh yeah.
And then if you, I didn't leave it in, but Ray Ferraro was like, "That's unacceptable."
Oh, he went nuts.
He went nuts. Yeah, but what a call by Peter Labardius, man.
I mean, it is a little bit unacceptable to be so nonchalant, but when you slow it down and the puck jumps over his stick, like you could do that 1,000 times and that would not happen, where the puck perfectly goes over the top of his stick.
And he's sick of hearing it. Like I was watching some clips and they're like, everybody on that team's like, "Hey, enough with this goal. Like it was regular season. Who cares?" Big Uke says the Oilers would have had P. Kane if that.
Is that what it? Yeah, there was a whole thing on it.
Andrew says, "I was in my mom's basement and lost my mind after this. I was 11 years old."
That's crazy. That was absolutely nuts.
Can you believe what we've just? It's awesome. Okay, Coop. So you got that one wrong. Let me count this up. So
well, I got half of it right. Do I get half points? Because he did flub the pass, but there's no empty.
No.
No, we already got you didn't know Hadaway.
Come on. Yeah, so you got 4 out of 8. You've passed again.
Jeez.
No way.
50%.
We got to raise the passing grade here, boys, because I keep getting these Gager questions wrong. They should be worth 2.
Yeah. Next week it's going to be all Gage.
Yeah. Gage trivia for Zach to the future. Good job, Coop. You need a little help there, but yeah.
Nice.
Times. That was Zach to the future. We got to get out because in hour 2, we'll be joined by Adam Wylde from Nailing the Apex podcast and SDPN Sports. It's going to be a great conversation teeing up this week's race in F1, and we'll talk some Leafs as they get ready to hopefully for them and their fans take that series back to Tirana on Sunday. We're back after the break with hour 2 here on EST Afternoons.
Get your fix every single game with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame and postgame shows with Tom Gazzola and Hernan Salas. Whether it's breaking down the starting lineup, predicting key matchups, or diving deep into the game's biggest moments, Tom and Hernan are here to give you the best insight and analysis in the city. After the final horn, get the breakdown of every key moment, performance, and player reactions. It's your one-stop shop for all things game day. Catch the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame and postgame shows with Tom Gazzola and Hernan Salas, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Friday and Saturday, May 9th and 10th, it's the Can-Am Sprint Car Challenge at RAD Torque Raceway. Alberta's best sprint car drivers face off against the American Rocky Mountain Sprint Cars in a methanol-burning, dirt-slinging border battle. Also in action are the modifieds, late models, mini stocks, and hobby stocks, making it a full weekend of family fun racing. The Can-Am Sprint Car Challenge at RAD Torque Raceway, just west of Highway 2 on Highway 19 at Edmonton International Airport. Get your tickets and info at radraceway.com.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Celebrate your birthday at the Banquet Bar. Enjoy great drinks, amazing vibes, and unforgettable memories. Download the Banquet app and get a free pizza pie on your birthday. Book your party today at thebanquetbar.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
The only game on tap in the NHL has Florida and Toronto dropping the puck from the Sunshine State, with the Panthers up 3-2 in the series. That one goes at 6, with Carolina awaiting the victor of that matchup in the Eastern Conference Final. Meanwhile, Dallas's Jamie Benn has been handed a $5,000 fine for punching Mark Scheifele of the Jets yesterday. He was ejected from the game as a result of the play. In the Hockey World Championship has 2 games live right now. Sweden up 2-0 on Slovenia early in the third period, while Switzerland leads Norway 3-0 entering the third. And Canada looks to stay undefeated tomorrow when they battle Slovakia. On the court, the Knicks look to close out their series against the Celtics. New York up 3-2 in that one, losing Game 5 by 25-point spread. Winner of that series plays Indiana. Into Toronto, Jays and Tigers have their series opener. Bowden Francis takes to the mound for the Jays. First pitch for that one goes just after 5. And right now, the Cubs are up 6-3 over the White Sox in the bottom of the 6th inning. I'm Zachary Kubich. That was your sports update. The second hour of EST Afternoon starts right now.
It's 2:08. Hour 2 here on ESC Afternoons on Edmonton Sports Talk, always brought to you by Play Alberta. Coming up at 2:20, Adam Wylde will join us, talk some Leafs, some F1. He is from Nailing the Apex podcast with our good buddy Tim Hernan and SDBN Sports. I think that's where that Steve Dangles, I think they do a podcast. Okay. Yeah, Dangles is pretty funny, actually. He was freaking out last week. Just a tad.
He always freaks out, though.
Just a tad. Hit us up. River Korean box.
Oh, go ahead.
218-9999. And on the river, and sorry, on the Nasty Chat. Slow day for thumbs up. We're only at 75. Let's get to at least 100. I know it's Friday and people are heading out of town for camping or just want to relax. So hit it up. Sorry, Gage.
No, did you ever see the one guy? He's a massive Leafs fan. I think he's from around here somewhere. Like his basement is so much Leaf paraphernalia, like jerseys, mannequins. I forget his actual name. He's like on TikTok and he's like, they win and he's wearing like half the gear. And his big thing is another beer. And he goes and grabs another beer from his like dispensary thing and then goes around to all the helmets and stuff. Like this guy is just miserable right now. And it's gotten to the point where he hasn't got another beer from a win that his machine froze and it won't just, he can't hit the button and the beer won't come out. So I was in tears watching this guy last night.
I like the guy that's with Biz during the games in Toronto.
Oh my gosh.
God, that guy's hilarious. He's like, let's go.
I think he was doing the splits and good cartwheels actually.
And then he shaved a six-pack into
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is guy's, because I wasn't really looking. You showed me it. And I was like, geez, that guy's kind of built.
No, he's not built.
This got shaved. Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
He is great. He's absolutely fantastic. I'm intrigued to see Biz Nasty today if they lose.
He supposedly bought a seat behind the bench.
He bought it for Buddy. He's in Florida.
I mean,
And Sir Charles is all in on the Oilers. Charles Barkley,
halfway through just yells the Oilers. That's great, man.
It is great. It's absolutely
Is
fantastic.
this Charles's last year on the panel?
Yeah, because they're going to ESPN, right?
Oh, okay.
And he's insulted all of them on ESPN, which is kind of funny too. Like he calls them all like just names.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like he's not happy about it. But we have to get to Inside the Numbers, brought to you by Play Alberta. Experience all the excitement of the casino in the palm of your hand. Excuse me. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 using the EST exclusive promo code 100casino for a $100 casino bonus. You can also do that for a free bet using SportsBet 100 Sports. So, apologies. Let's look at this Toronto team.
Okay, let's do this.
Mr. Austin Matthews. Do you know how many goals he has in the playoffs?
1.
2.
2.
You know how many goals he has in the second round?
0.
That is correct. It is unbelievable to me that he has 2 goals so far in the playoffs, Joaquin. But for a guy that's considered probably top 2 best goal scorer in the league.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
He had an up and down season, dealt with a lot of injuries. I understand that. But in the playoffs, and people are going to be like, well, Hernan, look at McDavid and Dry. They're still putting up points. They had 11 points in 5 games against the Vegas Golden Knights, and that's slow, like for us.
Yeah.
That's like, holy crap, they're having a bad series. 11 points by the 2 guys. Austin Matthews against Florida, Joaquin. Sorry, they're missing a game here. Yeah, they are. It's been 5 games. Yes, 0 goals. Your best player. Is he the best player on the Leafs?
No, he's not. I think that goes to either, is it Nylander?
Maybe Nylander?
Or Tavares? Has he been, I'm just looking at overall, like just battle level, right? I don't know, man. Like you watch the NHL has a history of guys who, and that struggle, that you hear how injured they are, but still find a way to contribute, And yeah, I watched that Leafs game and it was, you just didn't see anything, Didn't see any anger.
There's no leading by Austin.
No.
He's not like, hey, boys, come follow me, like with a shift. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm getting at here. It's Connor McDavid might not, they only combined for 2 goals against Vegas, but they won the series 4-1.
Yeah.
And Connor McDavid, when he's out there, he saw his pressers, like he's a leader, man.
Well, the back check, right?
Yeah.
The back check goes in, flies into the boards, bleeding afterwards, No, you got to question these guys. Some people just aren't able to handle the playoffs. And maybe Matthews and Marner are more it's weird though. They shouldn't be complementary pieces. They should be leading the team. Like they put the C on them. They stripped it off
Tavares
to Pajama John because for the future. But really, when you look at it, Johnny T is the one that's, engaged. You can kind of follow that guy into the fight.
So they're going into, he has 2 assists in this series. 2 assists, people. So is Austin Matthews, because like we're talking about Connor Hellebuyck. If he loses, let's say Saturday, or they lose in Game 7, whatever, he's going to be known as the guy that can't get it done in the regular season, right? He is. He might win the Hart. He's going to win the Vezina. Is Matthews going to become that guy where you need another superstar to lead and he'll be kind of riding shotgun?
I don't know, because there's a bunch of superstars. Like there's stars on that team. So what are you talking about? Does he have to play on an all-star team?
Like, does he have to be the 3rd option to be successful?
I have no idea, man. But you can't,
because he might be now.
You can't be like, he's arguably the best goal scorer in the league today, right? Obviously had an off year, but you have to find a way to contribute when you're not scoring. Granted, scoring and putting up points in the NHL is one of the hardest things to do on the planet. But what happens when those things aren't going well for you? There's other ways for you to have an influence on the game other than scoring. And I think that's all he looks to. And, you're going to go through spurts, so that's not, but he's not you don't see any physicality. He's not the smallest guy out there either. And I'm not saying you got to go run guys through the wall or anything, but just a little bit more fight. Like you see Leon angry and hitting guys and slashing and Connor McDavid throwing hits, Barkov going down, blocking shots, hitting guys. You look at Marchand, like he's doing everything possible to win. Bennett, Tkachuk, just looking over on the other side of the red line and seeing the compete level of those guys should motivate you to play in that way, in that manner.
Because he can affect the game when he's not scoring, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Right?
There's other things he can do to because again, I was talking about this the other day. There was one game in Boston a couple years ago where he took over the game, but he did everything. Yeah. Blocking shots, hitting, scored a couple goals. That's why I think, just looking at the Oilers, the reason why Evander Kane seems so engaged in the playoffs is it's a physical presence. Like he can get engaged in the game because he's engaging physically. He's throwing hits, getting into the maybe it's not the banter, but do something resembling anything. Those two guys to get your team enthused and get yourself motivated to play in that type of situation. Like going off to the bench with Tkachuk, and he's putting his stick in him. What was the score at that time? Like it was grab him.
Yeah. Give him a good shot.
Yeah.
Send a message.
Say what you want about what I said about Jamie Benn, but now it's like he punched your best player in the face, like that's, he's doing everything he possibly can to affect the game.
Yeah. Yeah. They need more from him. And that's why I'm looking at him and Mitch Marner tonight. They got to lead the way. Because I think Nylander's been fine. I think Tavares has been fine. Like I said, I don't think Tavares cheats the game.
Well, look at their contributions from other players. It's like they're getting some depth scoring from people, right? Except from the two guys that they really need to pick it up.
Like 2 points from Austin Matthews, 5 games in. Come on. That's terrible. The afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Hey, check out Andrew Santino, the funny guy, on May 22nd, or ZZ Top. How about that? On June 6th. All you need to do to get your tickets is hit up the River Cree box office or hit rivercreeresort.com for your tickets. That's Andrew Santino, May 22nd, ZZ Top, June 6th. Adam Wylde joins us next. We'll talk F1 and some Toronto Maple Leafs here on EST Afternoons. Here's Coop, Sports Update.
Panthers have their first chance to eliminate the Leafs tonight in Game 6, Florida notching 3 straight wins to put Toronto on the brink. And the winner of that series goes on to play Carolina in the Eastern Conference Final. Across the pond, Elias Lindholm has a hat trick for the Swedes as they control Slovenia 3-0 midway through the third period. Elsewhere, Norway trails 3-0 to Switzerland about 5 minutes into the final frame. And Canada gets back in action tomorrow when they play Slovakia. NBA action has New York and Boston tipping off at 6. Boston trailing 3-2 with the Knicks looking to advance to play Indiana in the conference final. And from Winnipeg, the Stingers and Sea Bears tip off at 6:30 with Edmonton dropping their series opener by 2 points against Calgary. Edmonton's good for an 0-1 record in Toronto. Bowden Francis gets a start for Toronto in their series opener against Detroit. First pitch for that one goes just after 5, and one game is underway right now. Cubs leading 8-3 over the White Sox in the bottom of the 6th inning. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, and whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution, every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. Adam Wylde joins us next once we get back from break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Your home for great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
My mother used to let us not lock the doors. She's like, if you're locking the doors inside of the house, it means you're doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
That's why we lock the doors.
Host of the Bad Friends and Whiskey Ginger podcast, don't miss Andrew Santino, Freeze Peach, live at the River Cree May 22nd.
Michael, what are you doing? We have locks on the outside of the house to keep criminals from coming inside. There's no criminals inside of this house. Yes, there are, Karen.
Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. Excitement, bet on it.
Keep your team jersey and rally towel close by and help bring the championship home. For all your other treasures, store them with Sentinel Storage. Store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca. Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Timeout, Edmonton. The new Play Alberta app has arrived, and it's here to make your gambling experiences more fun, exciting, and secure. Enjoy the convenience of hundreds of casino games, betting live on your favorite sports teams, and access to lotteries all in one place, anywhere in Alberta. Enter code YEG50 to receive a $50 free bet when you make a $5 minimum deposit. That's a $50 free bet for new and existing users using code YEG50. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Strike up some fun at the Banquet Bar. Bowling, drinks, and a great time with friends where the good times roll. Whether you're here to bowl or just hang out, the Banquet Bar is your go-to spot. Get real, play hard at the Banquet.
Got some gently used furniture or home goods that need a new home? Find Edmonton is here to help. Every month we furnish over 100 homes to those transitioning out of homelessness, and we need your gently used furniture and home goods. Drop off at 5120 122nd Street or call for free local pickup. Just visit findedmonton.com to learn how your donations can help create a home for someone in need. Plus shop our thrift store, in-store or online, with proceeds benefit those moving out of homelessness through housing supports. Visit us at findedmonton.com. Find Edmonton, supporting our community one home at a time.
.23, welcome back to EST Afternoons. It's time for our Need for Speed segment for RAD Torque Raceway. The Need for Speed on Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you by RAD Torque Raceway. Catch methanol burning dirt slinging action with the Can-Am Sprint Car Challenge. Well, we got to change that. Tickets and info online at radwaysa.com. That's already passed, so yeah. Need for Speed. Hey, big race. It's been a while. Hey, I'll tell you this. As we wait for Adam Wylde, that NASCAR, man, the playoffs, like I'm watching that full speed, and it's on the first season is on the 2023 season. The playoffs are awesome.
Really?
Oh, like the competition, it's great, man. I'm really enjoying it, man.
All right.
Yeah, and the racers are, they like to fight, man. Like they'll chirp each other, they text each other stuff. Like
really?
Yeah. Daddy Hamlin. So it's pretty crazy, man.
Okay.
It's good. I think we got Adam. Coop's going to give me the thumbs up when Adam Wylde is ready to go here, as we'll talk F1, the upcoming race this weekend, and some Leafs as they have a big game tonight in Florida. We'll see if they can push it to 7 games, as we are now joined by Adam Wylde from SDPN Sports, and of course with our good buddy Tim Horaney on the Nailing the Apex podcast. Adam, we've been wanting to have you on for a while. Well, thank you for taking the time today. How you doing?
I'm great, guys. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's great. Adam, how about we start with F1 and we'll leave the Leafs for the end? Is that all good with you?
I'm so happy to talk about anything other than the Leafs. I would be thrilled.
We got the big race this weekend. Of course, they're in Italy. They've gone through 2 practice sessions already. Just, I guess, give us a preview of this race going in. We've seen the dominance of McLaren early on this season. Are you expecting more of the same this go around this weekend?
I definitely am. I think McLaren is going to have the edge. I don't think. I mean, listen. Anytime Max Verstappen's on the track, you just never know. But the whole situation with the flexi wing, and for people that don't know, essentially, Formula One's governing body, the FIA, have said you can have a flexible front wing, which allows for the car to be pushed down, a lot more downforce, until the end of the Spanish Grand Prix, and in which case. At that point, everybody has to get rid of them. So McLaren have really feasted on this flexi wing situation. And, I think Red Bull's starting to sweat a little bit because they've basically been calling the scrutineers to check out McLaren's brakes, and are they putting water into the tires to cool them down? And it's so funny. Even Zach Brown was at Zach Brown is the head of McLaren Racing internationally, and he basically went to a press conference and had a water bottle that said tire water on it just to kind of mess with people. So I think, anytime every team is calling and going, what's that team doing? What's that team doing? Are they doing something illegal? You're probably in a really good place, which is where McLaren's been for the better part of a year. And the question will be, is it Oscar Piastri, who has been, won 3 races in a row, demonstrated that he's got world championship potential already? Will he do it again, or will it be Lando Norris's weekend to really regain confidence in that car and finish first? I think the way that we all sort of expected him to, a little bit more to this point. And there are other teams as well, but that's sort of the McLaren story.
Adam, just a little bit more on McLaren then. Like, Oscar's been phenomenal over the last few weekends. When does it will Zach Brown look at these two guys as long as he can as a champion, or if Oscar keeps going on this path, does he get the preferential treatment going forward with trying to gain as many points as possible here?
Well, the McLaren team rules were definitely a bone of contention and a talking point last year, and I don't think that they switched to supporting Lando fast enough. I think everybody would agree they really kind of stubbed themselves in the toe by not getting to that fast enough. I think you have to give, probably by midway through the season, preferential treatment to some driver. And I think having both of those guys that are capable drivers, that are so great at what they do, and Lando gets a lot of flack online, but the reality is that, yes, he makes a couple of mistakes here and there. He is a guy who's perfectly capable of winning a world championship. And I think Zach Brown and McLaren management, Andrea Stella, everybody else, they're going to be looking at this and going, we got to see who's got it by midway through. If we get to the summer break and there's a clear-cut guy, everybody gets in, hauled into a room and says, guys, this is who we're supporting. If I ask you to flip positions, you're going to flip positions. Oscar Piastri did it for Lando last year. So I think this year it'll be the same thing. But I just think it's going to be a much, much closer race. If Oscar wins again, guys, that's 4 wins in a row. Very few drivers have done that in their entire career. It would be pretty hard not to throw support around behind him right away.
Adam, your last podcast with Tim Hauraney, you guys discussed a lot of topics, and the one that's the most intriguing is the latest on Red Bull and Christian Horner rumors. I know some people are dismissing them. What do you make of this whole situation, and can you see Horner, he's on the hot seat, but do you see anything coming from this?
I guess my question would be, how much is he really on the hot seat?
Yeah.
Okay, he's on the hot seat. Why? The car that they knew wasn't going to be very good hasn't been very good. The driver that they knew was going to be very good has been very good. The development curve of these cars, guys, it takes, what do they say? Formula One's 90% engineering. You are projecting into the future 12 to 18 months on where your car is going to be. And so for people to say, and this is where I think the rumors are bogus, and I could be wrong, watch them get fired at the end of this weekend. You guys can laugh me off the show the next time. But where I think they've got to be, where I think is weird is if McLaren doesn't gain form, Red Bull doesn't gain form by next weekend, well, then he's out. They know right now whether they're going to have form or not. They know that. They know whether they're going to be in a competitive window. They know whether it's going to rain or be sunny, or their tires are going to, dag more one weekend than another. I have a hard time with that. And Christian really is the guy that's spearheading the Red Bull Racing Ford partnership, where they switch to the Ford engines next year out of Honda. And so to take him out now in the midst of, that program getting off the ground doesn't make a whole ton of sense. Sometimes teams go through development cycles and they're good and sometimes they're bad. I don't understand why you would get rid of Christian unless the Verstappen camp has said, get rid of him now or we're gone. And by the way, they might be gone anyway. Yeah. So I don't know. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me. There doesn't seem to be enough substantive smoke around that fire for me to take it too seriously.
Adam, there's been a lot of turnover with Alpine over the last couple of weeks. Where do you see that team, and is this going to kind of help them solidify maybe in that middle of the pack kind of group?
Well, you guys have worked for corporations that like mega corporations before, right? Where their first order of business isn't exactly maybe the part of the business that you're in. And I know when I was working, in radio with a company like Rogers or Bell, their main business would be cable or internet, not media. And so their investment in media reflects that from time to time. And I look at Alpine as sort of the same thing. They're trying to run a race team like they run their corporate car division. And people outside of North America inside North America don't realize how big Renault, the company, is. It's the second biggest automaker in the world. So, when you run a race team, like a sports team, you can't run it like you run, a factory that pumps out cars. So I think that the problem is that, the Oliver Oak situation where, he's the team principal at the beginning of the year and he just resigned. I think that's a legal issue that has nothing to do with Alpine. I think Flavio Briatore, who has come in and is now team principal and running the whole show, is going to bring some stability to this in as far as Flavio can. Flavio's known to be a very enigmatic personality, and you never know really what he's thinking, and chaos seems to follow him, and so do bad decisions and cheating allegations and whatever else. I think that at a certain point, Alpine made the decision that Flavio was their guy, and they're giving him a half season to a season to sort it out. If the chaos continues, if we're having this conversation in November, then I feel like at that point they should just sell the team because what they're doing isn't working. Yeah. And I hope that Flavio turns it around in time because that is a really great name in racing. Not Alpine necessarily, but Renault. And it would be a real shame to see them continue to spiral like they have.
Sticking with Alpine, Franco Colapinto is going to drive here. As a fellow South American, I'm really excited for Franco Colapinto. What expectations for him, Adam? He was good last year in the races he did get in, but what are we looking at here with Colapinto?
Well, first off, the entire country of Argentina is just losing their minds right now.
Yes,
you see all the Argentinian flags in the comments under Alpine's Instagram. I think he surprised a lot of people last year with how he jumped in and raced very well in a Williams car that wasn't that good. And I think you got to give him, I know this is so unpopular and so uncool to say, you got to give him 5 or 6 races before you really know what you see. The fact that he came in and scored points with Williams last year was a miracle, like absolute miracle. It takes guys time to get confidence in the cars. It's not shifting gears and that sort of thing. It's like, what's my competitive tire window? How quickly or how late can I brake going into this corner or that corner when it's sunny, when it's rainy? Yeah. A driver needs to absorb all that, and it takes a while. And Emil is one of those tracks guys that is so unforgiving. You miss, you're out. Like you hit a wall. Car's done. $1 million of damage, right? And so I think that's where you'd encourage Franco, who's a very fast driver, to go, okay, take it easy. Just feel the car out this weekend, and and then we'll go from there. And you're seeing that in free practice. Gasly's able to pull the car into places where Colapinto can't yet, just because he's got confidence in it.
Adam, I'm sorry to do this to you, but we do have to talk a little bit of Leafs before tonight's game. It's always a little bit more enjoyable from the outside looking in these situations, but there's 2 players on the Leafs, I'm sure you know who they are, that just are the focal point, even outside of the market looking at it. Can these 2 guys tonight really assert themselves in this series and try to get this thing just to a game 7, just enough to get to a game? Right. I'm not saying just they can turn the page and become like the perennial playoff performers or anything, but just for one game. Do you think they can make a difference against this Florida Panthers team?
Can they be heroes for just one game?
I think there's a song.
Yeah, there is a song. Yeah. You know what, guys? First off, I got to say the answer is I hope so as a fan. But I have 9 years of evidence that says no. And, you know, I hate saying that. Like, there's nothing I would love to tell you more. I would love to come on here and be that bombastic dude from Toronto who drives people in the West crazy with their arrogance and tells you, hey, man, get ready. It's going to be blue and white taking on the Oilers in the finals. And I'll tell you, man, I've been doing these live streams for all the Oilers games in these playoffs. They're not the same. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, that's called digging deep. That's called clutch performance. And by the way, Evander Kane and Zach Hyman and Nuge and, you know, Jan Mark and all these guys that come in and give it their all. I see that from the Leafs in the sense that they care. But the ability to execute is just a whole different thing. And, you know, to give you an idea of how bad it's been the last 3 games, Mitch Marner has 1 shot.
Wow.
1. Now, I know he's an assist guy. Yeah. That's a guy that gets 25 goals a year. 1 shot? That's rough. And when you're throwing pizzas up center ice, and both Mitch and Austin did this last game. Like, listen, you're playing Sasha Barkov and Sam Reinhart. Both guys were nominated for the Selke. They're gonna stop you from scoring normally. But the fact that they're giving goals away, when you have your top line giving goals away against another team's top line, if you're -2, Chris Tanev said it perfectly. If I'm -2, we're not winning. If Mitch and Austin are -2 and making bogus bad plays and gifting like Jesper Boquist and Nico Mikkola, AJ Greer, like, what are we talking about here? You know, that's the kind of stuff where you're like, guys, that we just can't win that way. And, you know, credit to John Tavares and William Nylander, who've done a great job in carrying the scoring load. Matthew Nyes looks dialed, but it is going to come down to those 2 guys. This is a legacy game, and they'll either cement themselves as one of the worst cores in playoff NHL history, or they'll turn it around for the first time in 9 years. But, you know, I don't know, guys. You be the judge. What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, we've been talking a lot of Leafs today ahead of their game, and we were bringing up the numbers for Marner and Austin Matthews here in the second round, and it's just unreal, the lack of production. But I'll ask you, Adam, let's say they don't get out of the second round, whether it's tonight or 2 days from now. Who's the first head to roll there in Toronto? Is it management? Is it players? Who do you see kind of the Maple Leafs moving on from?
Based on where the contracts end, it's going to be management. Shanahan's on his, you know, the last few months of his deal, no extension done yet that we know of. So I would imagine that he would be out. I could see Brad Treliving being elevated to president. I could see Brandon Pridham finally becoming a general manager. Okay. That's where I would managerially, to me, that's what makes sense without any real proof of that. And on the player side, I think, you know, barring some miracle run here, guys, I think Mitch Marner's gone anyway. And I think that's over. And it's not because the player's not great. It's not because the team doesn't like him. I just think sometimes you come to an end of a marriage or you come to an end of a relationship and both sides know it's probably time to go our separate ways. And, you know, I can see a team going this summer and feeling like, okay, let's go grab, you know, a Sam Bennett, a Brock Besser, somebody like that to replace some of the offense. You build around Austin, you build around Willie. I could see Tavares not coming back if he won't go lower than he should. But yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion, just a gut feel that it's one foot out the door, and not to denigrate Marner's play here or anything like that. I'm not saying he's giving up. I'm just saying it just feels like that relationship's probably over. And you know, that means a lot of change. And I know that you guys will probably laugh at me for this, but I know the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I know that if Connor McDavid's a free agent come summer 2026, they're going to be attacking that with everything they have. But you know, if you're Connor, why leave the Oilers? Look how great it is. Like, it's amazing. And Leon Draisaitl's there for 8 more years after this one. Like, come on. Right? It's just, to me, Connor's number one thing would be to win. What's your better opportunity? Win it with, Austin and Willie in Toronto, who haven't. Willie showed that he's got playoff chops. Austin, there's question marks there. Or Leon Draisaitl, who's one of the greatest playoff performers in Oilers history, which is really saying something.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's bleak times ahead if we don't get through this series.
Adam, one last one for you. This has been great. What are you doing for the game tonight? Are you just watching at home?
No, so we've got a partnership with SDPN with Sport Check, and so I'm going to be down at Maple Leaf Square. They've got a store that looks over the square, and on the second floor we broadcast from there. So I do a live stream show before. Steve will take the watch along at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. Yeah. And so we do a little pre-show, try to hype things up, and then Steve takes it. It'll be about 6 o'clock Western time, and anyway, we'll try to be as positive as we can. Steve made the news in Florida because of what happened last game. I mean, it's just it's going to be probably. I mean, guys, I'm sure you don't hate laughing at Toronto. So it could be another laugh at Toronto night. I hope not. I hope we at least get a Game 7, but we will see.
I was watching Steve last game, and I felt bad for good old Steve there, man. Holy smokes, he was not enjoying that.
I love his TikToks, though. They're very entertaining.
Well, I'm glad to hear that at least. Like Steve is genuinely one of the best people I've ever known. He's a great guy. And just like a lot of Leafs Nation, I think he deserves better than what we've seen thus far.
He does. We'll be definitely tuning in tonight to the game. And Steve Dangle on Twitter, I always watch the clips there. Adam, this has bbeen fantastic. We have Tim Hernan on pretty regularly here on our show to talk F1 and some IndyCar, but it's great to have you on Talk F1 as well. And you're a lucky guy you get to work with Tim on the regular basis. That guy's an absolute beauty, man.
Tim's the best. Tim is the best. I hope that I did an okay job filling in for him.
Let's say you're pretty close, man. He's going to have to step up his game next time he joins us. So, Adam, enjoy the game tonight, and I hope for you that the Toronto Maple Leafs push it to 7. It'll be great. Thank you. Enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy the long weekend.
Gentlemen, thank you, and say hello to one of my favorite places. I love Edmonton, and I can't wait to get back out there one day.
Will do. That's Adam Wylde from SDPN Sports. You can check him out on the pregame, and then Steve Dangle takes over live reaction while he's watching the game. Don't go back and watch the 6-1 because he was losing it. And of course, Adam with Tim Hernan on the Nailing the Apex podcast. They dropped one yesterday. They talked Horner, they talked LP, and they talked Liam Lawson. It's a great podcast if you love F1, like Gage and I. And that segment was called Need for Speed. It's for RAD Torque Raceway. Catch methanol burning dirt slinging action with the Can-Am Sprint Car Challenge. Tickets and info online at radraceway.com. Coming up next, we're going to wrap it up. Get ready.
Wrap up the week.
Hey, you're joining, Reed?
Yeah, I guess, my job's not done.
Reed Wilkins, J-Mill will come up from 3 to 6. And I think as we say hello to the Winnipeggers, the WFCers, the Hustlerites.
Oh, big sigh of relief.
Thank you, Winnipeg Jets, for winning because we don't have to work the long weekend. We're all so happy, and best of luck tomorrow. But we'll figure it out all in the next segment as we head into the weekend. This is EST Afternoons. Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, and here's our guy, Coop, Sports Update.
After knocking off 3 straight wins against the Leafs, the Panthers have their first shot to advance to the Eastern Conference Final to take on the Hurricanes. Puck drop for that one goes at 6. And Elias Lindholm has a hat trick, and Marcus Johansson found the back of the net to give Sweden a 4-0 win against Slovenia to go 5-0 at the Hockey World Championship. Elsewhere, Switzerland held off Norway 3-0 to get the shutout. In the association, Game 6 between the Knicks and Celtics goes New York with their second chance to kick Boston out of playoff contention. The winner of that one goes on to face Indiana. And the Stingers' season continues. Edmonton is on the road in Winnipeg to face the Seabears for Game 2 of their season. Stingers losing Game 1 against Calgary by a score of 86-84 on Sunday. Out east, Toronto has Detroit for their series opener. Bowden Francis is a starter for the Jays with first pitch at 5 o'clock. Right now, one game is live, having the White Sox trail the Cubs 8-3 midway through the 7th inning. Hernan, Salas, and Joaquin Gage wrap up the show once we get back from break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Former Edmonton Oiler Jason Chimera is on the line. You would have played against Klingberg. What was it like being on the ice against him?
Well, he was kind of like a Nick Lidstrom kind of guy. Like, he used the stick really well, skated really well, escaped really well, wasn't too physical. And if you look at when he gets the puck, he's already checked his shoulder 3 or 4 times before he gets it. He knows what he's doing with it. He's the kind of guy who keeps you guessing the whole time as a forechecker.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your home for great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino.
My mother used to let us not lock the doors. She's like, if you're locking the doors inside of the house, it means you're doing something you shouldn't be doing. Yeah, that's why we lock the doors.
Host of the Bad Friends and Whiskey Ginger podcast, don't miss Andrew Santino, Freeze Peach, live at the River Cree May 22nd.
Michael, what are you doing? We have locks on the outside of the house to keep criminals from coming inside. There's no criminals inside of this house. Yes, there are, Karen.
Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. Excitement, bet on it.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
It's 2:46, final segment of the week. It's a long weekend here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, Kubish. Afternoon Inbox is brought to you by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Kitchen restaurant, Sundays and Mondays, 50% off entire menu. 5 p.m. to close. That's a pretty good deal, eh?
Yeah.
Live from the William Huff Studios.
What are you doing this weekend?
You know what? I'll probably run a few times. And we're just gonna just relax. We got our storage at our apartment, so we're gonna start putting stuff in there and kind of cleaning up around the apartment and stuff like that. Watch the race, which is great. Leafs play tonight. The Knicks looking to clinch. So it's gonna be fun. It's just kind of like a relaxing, maybe have some wine, maybe order pizza one day.
Oh.
Yeah. How about you? You're home alone, just you and Boone?
Me and the boy. I'm busy. I got meetings though. Meeting tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
Then I got a lot of work to do around the house and get ready for next week. So it's a working weekend. I was going to go to Home Depot. I got a lot of lawn care stuff to do.
Oh, okay.
And
it's good because you're alone. You can do it.
I could. Yeah. I want to clean everything up though.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
Get it all spiffy.
Yeah.
The weather will be okay this weekend. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
No, I think it's supposed to be really windy tomorrow. Maddie and Jay Milne will be down with EST. They'll be live on the air from I should probably know this. 11 to 1, I think.
Yeah.
At Edmonton Elks Fan Day down in Sherwood Park. So it's going to be great. I'm going to try and stop by and see the boys once again.
Where in Sherwood Park?
It's at the... Maddie, where's the Fan Day tomorrow? Emerald Hills
Pavilion
in Sherwood Park.
I think that's right where my daughter dances usually.
Yeah. So it's going to be a good time. Good for the... You know what? Last year on Fan Day, it was so windy and cold.
Oh.
And I think tomorrow's supposed to be similar. So it's a little unfortunate. Hopefully the weather changes for the green and gold and they can have a good day. But I know there's going to be tons of people down there. They love the green and gold. There's a lot of good vibes around this team, which is fantastic. So did you know that on this day in 1986, the film Top Gun was released in theaters?
Really?
Yeah. How about that? One of the best movies ever.
You seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm just checking. I don't know. I remember going with my buddy Rob in Vancouver. We went to go see it, and we wanted to join the Air Force right away.
Or get one of those bomber jackets.
We went to look for the bomber jackets, too.
Oh, man.
I think we even went and played volleyball. What a bunch of morons we were. But you know what?
But who plays volleyball in jeans and the cool little?
We did after that movie. I'll tell you that. God, I love that movie. It was so good. Kelly McGillis.
Reed, you hate Top Gun, right?
Reed said not good.
So Reed doesn't like The Gentleman Sweep, and he doesn't like Top Gun.
No.
Unreal. You guys got to chirp Reed on the show coming up in about 10 minutes. How do you not like Top Gun?
It was great for its time. And the new one was good. Tom Cruise is just, I don't know how this guy doesn't get an Oscar. Like, I don't care if it's an action movie. Like even the last Mission of the Dead Reckoning, the movie, it's fantastic. Like, it's really good. And then the new one's coming out on the May 23rd, I think, is when it's a two-parter. And I believe this is it for Tom Cruise for Mission Impossible. Because
has to be.
He's 63 years old. He can't be hanging off the side of planes at 63.
And you know what was underrated about Top Gun, the movie? The soundtrack.
Oh, it was a killer soundtrack.
Killer soundtrack, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the lines from it they are just still iconic today. Talk to me, Goose.
Talk to me, Goose. Everybody says that.
Yeah, everyone says
I have a need for speed. We just had the need for speed segment for RAD Torque Raceway.
Buzz the Tower.
Max Bazooza says Top Gun Maverick is better than Top Gun.
It's close. It's one of those rare sequels that rivals the original. You know, there's not many movies that can do that. So, I can't wait to. My wife's pumped. She loves. It's great. My wife loves action movies and stuff like those types of movies. So she said we're going to that in the theater. So
you can be my wingman anytime.
See,
yeah. And the song they sing, "You lost that love
and feeling." Yeah,
it's a hell of a movie. I don't know why I read that, but Reed's just such a sharp, intelligent mind. Like a lot has to go into the kind of movies he likes, right? Because he does not like Top Gun. He says it's terrible.
Hey, different strokes, different folks.
Yeah.
You, I mean, you haven't watched The Matrix, which is crazy.
Okay, but The Matrix is not that good, according to a lot of people.
Dude, who says that?
Okay, how about this? We both got to watch Gran Turismo this weekend, and we can do a review. Oh, you saw it already?
Of course.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I'll watch it, and we'll do a review.
You haven't watched it?
No.
Quite racist.
The new one on Netflix.
Oh, I was thinking Gran Torino. I've seen that.
With Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. I'm like, it's really racist.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie. Yeah. Okay. Is it out this weekend?
I think it is.
I don't know. Are you sure?
Let me check my Netflix right now.
If it is, I'll definitely watch it.
Let's see here. Where is it?
I thought it was later.
Oh, you might be right.
I think
May 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
sorry about that.
Yeah. We're too cheap. We won't rent it. We'll wait till it comes out free.
Pastor 99 says Matrix sequels aren't good. The first film was mind blowing.
Yeah. The second. Look there. Yeah. It's tough. Second one's okay.
The Reloaded? Is that the third one or is that the second one?
No, it's the second one. Revolutions.
That one's good.
Is it same actors though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there had to be a switch because of a death, but other than that.
Bone says Strutty plays everything in jeans.
He does. Yeah.
Oh man.
He's a never nude. He's always wearing he wears jeans over jeans.
Okay, so everybody on the Reed Wilkins show just put in the nasty shot. Top Gun's the best movie. Let's get real. Let's get Reed riled up.
And have everyone stay safe this weekend too, right? This is have fun. Enjoy the break of stress of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and just get ready for next week and
enjoy the stress of the other fan bases.
Oh yeah. Enjoy that. Revel in that.
Oh, that's great. I love watching games when there's no feeling to me. You know, I'm just like, I'm good.
I saw a great a Leafs fan that after the game got up, took their jersey off, threw it into the dryer, turned it on, and then pulled it back out, and it came out as an Oilers jersey, and they put that on.
We'll give the last word to Mex. Tom Cruise should have won Best Actor for Jerry Maguire and maybe Born on the 4th of July.
Ooh, yeah.
He was great in Jerry Maguire.
That was... Wasn't he up for Jerry Maguire?
Yeah.
Was it Magnolia, too?
Well, I think Rod Tidwell, Cuba Gooding, won Best Supporting Actor. And he did the whole dance on the stage. I remember that. Wonder if Reed likes Jerry Maguire.
Oh, he'll like Jerry Maguire. Tom Cruise doesn't age, though. That's weird.
He's a great actor, man. Cocktail.
Yeah. I wonder what's next for Tom Cruise, too. He said he wants to do an actual movie of what's the Gus Foreman? What's his character in Tropic Thunder?
Oh, yeah. He's the main studio head. Yeah.
He wants to do that. He's that guy. That would be.
You know, I watched that whole movie and I didn't know it was Tom Cruise till after. Okay, we got to get out of here. Hey, enjoy your weekend. If you're going camping, be safe out there. Get to the campsite safe and sound. Don't drink too much. Enjoy it. Oilers back probably Wednesday or Thursday, depending on tomorrow's game between the Jets and Stars. We love you all. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching us. We're back after the long weekend. For Joaquin and Zach, I'm Hernan. Stay tuned for Reed and Jay. They got a killer show coming up. We love you. Ciao for now.
A lot of love.